What's good? You're back with your boy, Black Hammer. Today, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man PS4. The basis of the game is you play as Spider-Man, and you fight the Sinister Six, which consists of Scorpion, Rhino, Negato, Electro, the Vulture, and Doc Ock. Here are some pictures from the game. Now, my thoughts on the game. Honestly, I can't think of anything bad about the game. The combat was beasting and feasting, with the web swinging, as my boy Rick Ross would say, was boss. And the story that was lit as a light bulb. So, here's some gameplay so you can see for yourself.
Man, tell the boss is here.
Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
It's complicated.
The difference between this game and any other Spider-Man game is that other games only focus on Spider-Man. This one focuses on Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and they do an amazing job with it. So all in all, I give Spider-Man a 10 out of 10. A great game that is a contender for Game of the Year. So remember, I still see shadows in my room, can't take back the love that I gave you, it's to the point where I love and I hate you. I hope that you like the Guerrilla video game review. Yeah.
In 2012, the Australian billionaire Clive Palmer announced his plans for Titanic 2, a ship that was planned to make the same route that the original could not finish. Sadly, the new ship was suspended in 2017 due to financial disputes. Now, the $500 million project is being resumed and will make its maiden voyage as soon as 2022. Hopefully, they will fix some of the problems that the original Titanic had, even though the new one is planned to reportedly be just like the original. The original Titanic took place in 1912 after a mild winter and was only loaded with 20 lifeboats instead of the full capacity of 64. But it's expected that it would tip due to all the Jacks being the king of the world.
Hello fellow human beings, my name is Santiago Villegas and I'm here to talk to you about John Williams. John Williams has recently recovered from an illness that hospitalized him. You may not recognize the name John Williams, but you must certainly recognize his music. He made all these themes, as well as the themes for Jaws, Close Encounters of a Third Kind,
Jurassic Park, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Schindler's List, Fiddler on the Roof, Superman, Dracula, E.T., War of the Worlds, War Horse,
The Adventures of Tintin, Lincoln, Harry Potter 1, Harry Potter 2, Harry Potter 3, Harry Potter 4, Harry Potter 5, Harry Potter 6, Harry Potter 7 Part 1, Harry Potter 7 Part 2, Indiana Jones 1, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones 2, Indiana Jones 3, Indiana Jones 3, Star Wars 1, Star Wars 2, Star Wars 1,
I'm Owen Nash, and this is Jerry Krieger with Guerrilla's Flash Sports News. Here's Jerry with Saints News.
Saints get revenge win over the Minnesota Vikings 30-20 in Minnesota after the Minneapolis Miracle last year ended their season. The Cleveland Browns, after a disappointing start, fire head coach Hugh Jackson and offensive coordinator Todd Haley because of a disappointing start, as I said, they've had their first 2 wins in over 2 seasons. Ridiculous, Cleveland, ridiculous. LSU had a bye week going into the Alabama game, which is in Death Valley at 7 p.m. this Saturday. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but of high energy. 13-10 is my prediction on the score, with LSU coming out on top. On to Owen with baseball.
I also predict the same score as Jared with the two dominant defenses LSU and Alabama have. On to baseball, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers in 5 games, beating them 4-1 and demolishing them in Los Angeles. On to college baseball, the Florida Gators go into the season ranked number 1, which is surprising because the Oregon State Beavers won the College World Series last year, and the Florida Gators didn't even make it to the College World Series last year because the Arkansas Razorbacks came in 2nd place next to the Oregon State Beavers with a horrible defeat because it looked like the Arkansas Razorbacks were going to pull out with the dub. On to Jared with NBA news.
Pelicans suffer first 3 losses of the season, all in back-to-back, to the Jazz, Nuggets, and Warriors. Now they look to shake back against the Trailblazers and Spurs. More LA drama! LeBron's very disappointed with the Lakers' 2-5 start on the season, but hopefully they can shake it back. And if they don't, I think LeBron's going to retire. On to Owen.
In more NBA news, Derrick Rose with a comeback game last night against the Denver Nuggets, scoring 50 points. He hasn't looked that pristine since his MVP season with the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose finished Chicago Bulls' career in a horrible way, but it still looked promising. He went on to the New York Knicks and then to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He looked promising with the Cleveland Cavaliers due to a star-studded roster with LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. But in the end, he wound up getting traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves, the team he is currently on, then to play on that NBA Finals roster that the Cavaliers played against the Golden State Warriors this past NBA season. But besides the point, Derrick Rose looked amazing last night, and he received great praise on Twitter from LeBron James, @KingJames, and Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, and he was seen on the court tearing up because of a great game he had and received more love from his teammates, Karl Anthony Towns, and his head coach, who coached him while he was on the Chicago Bulls. A great way for Derrick Rose to come back on his career, and hopefully he can build on that and possibly win an MVP this year. We'll have to see. And that's been all for now. I'm Owen Naddison, and this is Jared Krieger, and we've been the Guerrilla Wolves Flash Sports News.
Scoochie.
It's your boy Steve Millette, aka $5 Footlong, aka Big Steve, coming at you with a review on what neighborhoods perform best this Halloween. Halloween is a beautiful time for candy and fun, but if you wanted to maximize your Spooktober success, here are the top destinations on Halloween 2K18. Number 5, Covington Country Club. Do you enjoy rundown golf courses and chronic depression? If so, Covington Country Club is the place for you. The place where fun-sized Hershey bars and mediocrity thrive. Number 4, The Reserve. For all you paranoid trick-or-treaters out there, The Reserve is a gated community in Old Mandeville, guaranteed to make you feel safe this Halloween. Despite the fact that the gate code is pound 1111, and the house is home to at least one mentally insane person. Which house is it? No one knows. Number 3, Boshin. For all you pranksters out there, Boshin is the best place to be for some Halloween fun. Whether you're scaring little kids or ding-dong ditching, Boshin is the place to be. Number 2, Chafuncta Country Club. Covington Country Club's older, more successful brother, Chafuncta Country Club is the prime place for trick-or-treaters and pro golfers like Coach Barwick and Chase May. Number 1, The Sanctuary. Are you a pretentious rich kid? Do you consider the 1% to be lower class? Then The Sanctuary is the place for you. The Sanctuary is the best place to maximize chocolate input and increase self-righteousness, with candy bars bigger than the residents' egos. That was your boy Steve Millette. Those were the best neighborhoods this Halloween. See you on the later St. Paul's.